Nerdettes, nerds, and nerdlings of all ages, thank you for choosing to listen to our show. We know you have many options to listen to, and while you can still listen to the others, it means a lot that you would take some time to listen to us.
Join us every week for the latest set reviews, Commander Tech, and news straight from Wizards of the Coast. And while you're at it, really help us if you would interact with the algorithm. Everything from likes, shares, to commenting in the videos, as well as subscribing if you think we've hit it well enough. All of this helps us build towards a better show. Thanks so much, guys.
Here at Planeswalker Radio, we love to turn cardboard sideways and sling spells. When we do so, we want to be in a professional, relaxing, and safe place. That's why we choose to buy our cards and play our Magic at First Player.
Their card-savvy staff are some of the best in the business, with decades of experience between them. They're always looking to create a welcoming space for the community while helping them find the cards and products that they're looking for.
Don't live in Calgary, Alberta? Not a problem. They have an easy-to-use website that ships Canada-wide. Visit firstplayer.ca for all your Magic, Pokemon, and Lorcana needs. They also have a wide range of accessories to help protect whatever you play.
First Player, the heart of the gaming community in the heart of Calgary, Alberta. Don't go anywhere, guys. The show's about to begin.
What's up, nerdlings? Welcome to another episode of Planeswalker Radio. Today, we're doing Avatar set release part number 2.
This is everything except for the legendary characters. I've put 0 creatures in this.
Yeah, no
because
creatures.
We went over so many
Like
creatures.
20 creatures in the last episode.
If I put creatures into this again, we'd hit like double the episode size.
Yeah,
and
we
there's
would
already
also
so
be able
much.
to continue our ally counter, though.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
benefits and negatives
Yeah,
here.
but no creatures in this one. It's everything else. It's basically telling the story through the cards.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll start off with some instant cards that we thought were pretty nifty.
Yeah.
And the first one is one of my favorite lines that I quote from Avatar all
so
the
good.
time.
It's so good.
All the time. That's rough, buddy. It's 2 CMC, 1 generic, and 1 white pip for an instant lesson card. So remember in our last episode we were talking about lessons being very important. Lots of lessons in this episode.
Lots of lessons.
So this card says, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Put 2 1/1 counters on that creature instead if a creature left the battlefield under your control this turn, and then draw a card. So card draw aside, that's nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's in white, it fits really well with airbending, where you're exiling out your creatures, and then you can put 2 1/1 counters on something. Cheap, easy to use. Thematically, I think it's pretty funny because you know the text at the bottom of the card, the what's it called?
The flavor text.
Flavor text says, "My first girlfriend turned into the moon." Zuko's response is, "That's rough, buddy."
Yeah.
But it fits thematically because Sokka is talking about the creature that left the battlefield, and Zuko is trying to bolster him by giving him 1/1s. By saying the best line ever quoted in an animated show.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So up next we have Katara's Reversal, which is a incredibly interesting card.
Mm-hmm.
It's rewind, but waterbending.
Yeah.
So Katara's Reversal, 2 generic, 2 blue pips for an instant that says counter up to 4 target spells and or abilities. This part is just better than rewind.
It's just good.
It's just 4 of them. There's so many things where people will put things or they'll copy spells. You're like, well, I have an answer now.
Yeah.
It's great. And then untap up to 4 target artifacts and or creatures, which means also your waterbending costs are taken care of with this. You're still paying mana into it. So it's kind of a trade-off. But especially if you're untapping like mana rocks or that kind of thing.
And if you've built the deck as a water bending deck, then it fits very well thematically with your deck for sure. I can't be mad at 4 CMC for 4 counter spells either. You know, that's
and they can hit abilities too. Like this is an incredibly versatile card.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Yep, possibly gonna do some work. Up next on our instance list, we've got Heartless Act. So sad. 2 CMC, 1 generic, 1 black for an instant card that says choose 1. Either destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. Great to stop big things from getting bigger. I think of Mossborn Hydra when I see that, and like
Yeah.
if it's already got 4 counters on it, you can just say nope, back to the start for you.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. But even just the straight up 2 mana or 2 CMC destroy a creature, it's good.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than Murder,
Yeah.
right? Murder's
Yeah.
3 black pips. It's a generic and a
I
black.
take that back.
No,
It legitimately is just better than
It's
Murder.
better
It's
than
just
Murder.
flat better than
Yeah.
Murder.
Oh, okay.
Like,
it just is. Yeah.
going up next, we have the Last Agni Kai. This one is a really thematically fun card. I'm
Mhm.
very excited for this.
Yeah.
It is instant, 1 generic, 1 red. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way, add that much red mana. Until the end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end.
Yeah.
What an interesting card to play into Firebend.
Yeah, just any firebending deck should have one of these because I think it's firebending is red, so you're going to have some big creatures that are potentially going to do some big damage. B, that lets you firebend through any phase. You could go through your combat phase and still firebend in your second main, which
Exactly.
is it's just cool.
Yeah, the support is wild for us. And on top of that, even if you're not playing in firebending,
No, yeah.
it's still nice to have, like if you're a big stompy, it's still nice to have that excess. It's still nice to generate that red mana. It's still nice to carry it over.
Totally.
It's beneficial both in and out. Incredibly playable card here, I
Very
think.
much so. Yeah, very much so. Next up, we've got our last instant card, which is another instant lesson. This is a 2 generic, 1 green for Cycle of Renewal. Basically, this is Harrow. Sacrifice a land, search your library for 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Exact same wordage as the card Harrow, which is already an instant 3 CMC card that exists.
Yeah.
The nice thing with this is it gives you the lesson subtype. So if you're playing a deck where you need lessons in there, this is a good swap out. The other really nice thing with this, and this isn't necessarily this card specifically, but you could use this with Harrow too. If you've earthbent one of your lands and then you sacrifice that earthbent land, it just comes back to the battlefield. So you don't actually technically have to sacrifice a land to go and get 2 more basic lands into the battlefield. You could just not.
You just earthbend it, and I think that's a really great tactic. I'm pretty sure that's something that they thought of as an interesting way to play into when they were doing this. Next up, we have Tale of Momo, another sad card, which I'm noticing is kind of a theme throughout this. Like Avatar is a deeply tragic series with a lot of high points.
Yeah.
And it drives the story really well because it gives them a real motivation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cards in here that are a little bit sad. when you encounter them. Tale of Momo is a 3 mana sorcery, 2 generic and 1 white. It says this spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature left the battlefield under your control this turn.
Oh.
It's sad because it's referencing to when Appa gets kidnapped and Momo is sad about it.
He's just so sad about it.
Search your library and or graveyard for an ally creature card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle, which is nice because it's referring to when they go and rescue Appa and bring him back.
Yeah.
A really interesting design for the card that fits the lore and the story so well.
Yeah.
They really hit it out of the park on here.
The flavor text makes me deeply sad.
Yeah, that's just
rain filled Appa's paw print and despair filled Momo's heart.
Poor little Momo.
Poor little Momo.
Poor guy.
Next up, we've got Spirit Water Revival. This is a 3 CMC, 1 generic, and 2 blue pips for a sorcery that says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may waterbend 6. So that's either pay an additional 6 or tap 6 artifacts, however you want to do it. Draw 2 cards. If this spell's additional cost was paid, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Exile Spirit Water Revival. Just good. Just good. And I mean, you're never not going to pay that. Even if you only have lands on the field and you can't do anything else for the rest of the turn, you're still paying that water bank cost.
Absolutely. You're finding creative ways to get there as well because you're allowed to tap most of your board to get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This is great for spell slinger decks where you'll draw through 50 or 60 cards in a turn and then not be able to do anything.
Oh,
You
you're gonna
start
put this in
discarding.
Niv, aren't you?
There's a good chance of it.
Yeah.
And it just lets you reset and try again.
Yeah.
Especially if people have been playing removal on you and you don't really have a way to get recursion. You're like, we're gonna do this again.
Yeah.
It's
a very good card.
very good.
Very good card. Yeah.
Next up, we have Day of Black Sun. It is X black black for a sorcery card that says each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. The really, really, this is just mind-boggling for a board wipe because it does things like strip indestructible.
Yeah.
It strips hexproof. Like it strips protection from colors.
Yep.
Everything
is gone, and then destroys it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably one of the most effective board wipes I've seen outside of the one that exiles everything, which I can't remember its name right now. Farewell. Thank you. It probably the most effective board wipe I've seen outside of Farewell.
And it's flexible too. You pay the X into it, so you can choose.
Yeah, realistically, if
go.
you're playing against a token deck, you just pay 1 into X, and
it just
clears their board.
Yeah.
So that's a 3-mana board wipe.
Yeah.
At a minimum, which is just that by itself is crazy, and then the rest of the card is incredible.
Yeah. That's a fun one that likely will also see play in some of my decks.
Probably some of mine too, honestly. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
all of mine.
I just need to go find 8 copies for you.
Yep, accurate. All right, next up we've got Sozin's Comet. This is a very cool thematic card.
Yeah.
5 CMC for 3 generic, 2 red pips for a sorcery that says each creature you control gains Firebending 5 until the end of turn. Great, so that's 5 free red mana
just good.
Every time something attacks. Great, love that. Foretell cost on this as well, so that's really cool because it gives the theme of, hey, there's something coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad for you.
Yeah.
So the foretell cost is pay 2 generic, exile it face down, and then you can pay on a later turn, pay the foretell cost, which is 2 generic and a red, to play that sorcery at that time. So very cool that you can foretell the coming because they had all of a season basically to prepare for the coming of the comet.
Yeah.
And then it came and bad things happened. And when this comes into play, bad things will happen.
Here's a really interesting thing that I discovered when I was researching this card.
Yeah.
So when it says each creature gains Firebending 5 until the end of turn, it's not a replacement effect, it's an addition. So if you have a creature that has Firebending 2, Firebending 3, it now reads Firebending 2,
Wow.
Firebending 5, and then whatever the rest of the card is. So when they attack, they're generating 7 red mana.
Copy effects, ? Firebending 10?
It would be like Firebending 2, Firebending 5, Firebending 5. But yeah, you could absolutely do nonsense like that. You could be generating massive amounts of mana
incredible.
for dirt cheap.
And then you have the last Agni Kai sitting there as well. So you've already played that this turn, and then you're Firebending 5 across like 20 creatures, and you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Or you have Sozin.
Or you have Sozin, so you're just not losing the mana.
Or sorry, Ozai.
Phoenix Lord.
Phoenix Lord Ozai.
Yeah.
So you're not losing that. It just sets you up for the rest of it. Wow. Good card.
Incredible.
Good card.
Incredible. I guess we're moving along here to Rockalanche.
Rockalanche.
Which
just a cool card. Just a cool name.
It's just I love the idea of Rockalanche. It's one of those weird abstract things that Avatar came up with where they're like, we're gonna make something up.
We know avalanches exist.
Yeah.
We know mudslides exist.
They're like it's what they do with animals as well, where they get like lemur bats and
platypus
that
bears.
kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. They've done the same thing here. So Rockalanche is a 3 mana, 2 generic, 1 green for a sorcery lesson that says Earthbend X, where X is the number of forests you control, with flashback for 5 generic and a green. Super basic, but Earthbend X, where X is the number of force you control in a mono green landfall deck, is just nuts. It doesn't have to be a landfall, just in a mono green.
Mono green,
here you go. Have a giant 20/20.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I did see I was perusing the Reddit the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And I did see something that you kind of have to watch out for with that, though. There's a spell that says when you target a creature, destroy all creatures with the same name.
Oh.
And it pulls them from the entire deck. Like, it's not just the creatures on the board. It pulls every card with the same name from the entire deck, graveyard, library, board, all of it. So if you target a forest in a mono green forest deck and just remove all of their forests, it's a filthy play. So I mean, watch out for that if you're playing this style. But
yeah,
it's kind of hyper specific.
That is really funny though. Yeah. In general though, this is a fun card.
Yeah,
it's
great
good.
card. Yeah, great card. Next up, we've got Path to Redemption. I really like this card. It is 2 CMC, 1 generic, 1 white for an enchantment aura. Says enchanted creature can't attack or block, and then there is a pay 5 generic to sacrifice this aura. When you do that, you exile the enchanted creature and generate a 1/1 white ally creature token, activate only during your turn. So this is designed to be played against your opponents.
Yeah.
You enchant the biggest bad on their board, and you say, this creature can't block or attack anymore. Oh, and if you want to use it again, you have to pay the 5 to exile the enchantment, which exiles your creature, which then you don't get to play your creature anyway.
It's basically you need to find a way to destroy this enchantment, otherwise your creature is gone.
Yeah.
You're just the only thing that it doesn't do that I wish it did is it doesn't strip abilities.
True.
So you have to be doing this against something that's going to be regularly attacking or wants to be in combat.
Yeah.
Because if it's just a creature that's static and is there just for mana dork or ability they have, Path to Redemption doesn't really interact with it.
Once again, Mossborn Hydra though, if you put that on this, it's still going to go up. It's still going to get bigger, but you no longer really care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's lots of places for it to be used. I think it's a really fun piece of removal.
I also like that it's a Path to card. It's kind of like Path to Exile or Sword Splashers, but Path to Exile specifically. It's a different path to essentially exiling a creature, just with more steps involved.
I feel like this kind of is intended to be the reverse of Path to Exile, where they're in exile and now they're coming back with the Path to Redemption. I think it's cool. The flavor on it showing up being like going from Iroh Flame of the West to the good
Iroh
old
White Lotus.
Yeah, Iroh White Lotus.
Yeah.
Right. I think
it's cool.
That's really cool.
Cool card for sure. Yeah.
Next up, we have, I think it might be, I'm not sure yet, but it might be my favorite thematic card of the entire set.
To be fair, I think as soon as the Avatar set was announced last year, people knew this card was going to be in here.
We knew this was happening.
Yeah.
The card is Imprisoned in the Moon. It is a 3 CMC, 2 generic, 1 blue for enchantment aura. Enchanted creature or enchant creature, land, or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent is a colorless land with tap to add a colorless mana and loses all other card types and abilities.
Yep. Card we've seen before.
Yeah.
It's been around for a long time. But it's so good.
Just fits, right? Story-wise, it's
kind of exactly what happened.
Yeah. She goes and becomes the moon.
And it's rough, buddy.
And it's rough, buddy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's just a fantastic piece of removal.
Yeah.
Really, really fun to see this happen. We've seen it even in our own pods a couple of times.
Yeah.
Really, really fun.
I love
piece.
this card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, art-wise,
it's just good art.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Moving on to our next enchantment, which is Firebender Ascension. This is a 2 CMC, 1 generic, 1 red for an enchantment that says, when this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then, if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Yeah, so this is a really cool card. It takes a little while to build up, which is, ramping up the firebending. You need the flame source to be able to firebend, that kind of stuff. Cool thematic card, but just the ability to double your attack triggers is so potent. There's so much you can do with that.
This on its own, this interacts with firebending so well because
Yeah.
firebending is an attack trigger. If you
Yeah,
have
exactly.
4 creatures with firebending, you attack with all of them. It then takes those triggers, it puts the counters on,
Yep.
and then checks to see, hey, have we had enough to copy these abilities? And then if it does them again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can, if you attack with 4, even if it's 4 firebending 1, you can end up generating 8 mana because you're copying all of the attack.
Yeah.
triggers. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
a really, really well thought out, I think, card. It's also notable that there's a Ascension card for each of the bending types in there. We've only included this one because a lot to go over, but
Yeah.
check them all out because they're super good.
Yeah.
This one I thought was just the most fun out of all of
I'm
them.
absolutely putting this in my Voja deck
Yeah.
because Voja is attack triggers.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's good. It's just good.
Did you?
That's clip material
Did
for
you
you,
just
buddy.
Gungan us?
Yeah, I did.
Up next, we have Kyoshi Island Plaza. This is a 4 CMC, 3 generic, and 1 green for a legendary enchantment shrine.
This is the first of the shrines we're talking about.
There are lots of shrines in this.
Lots.
I only put 1 in because, again, there's so much to cover, but go and look at the shrine support because there's a ton of it in the set
And
here.
there absolutely will be shrine subtype decks that get built off of this set. There's
absolutely.
only shrines.
It's
absolutely
just
gonna happen.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Kyoshi Island Plaza says when Kyoshi Island Plaza enters, search a library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. Put those cards on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Whenever another shrine you control enters, search a library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. In a shrine deck,
Yeah.
which you don't play shrines on their own, usually you play shrines with shrines, it's its own deck type, and it
Shrines
only runs
have
with each other.
shrines, and there's more shrines in there than shrines know what to do with.
Exactly.
Shrines.
Right. This is the ramp that shrines desperately need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? It's incredible.
Yeah, very cool card, very fitting for Kyoshi Island. I mean, she literally created an island. Right?
Legitimately, yeah. Yeah, that was her thing.
Yeah, so, very, very cool thematic card as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got yet another sad card. Wow, you pointed it out, but I'm realizing how sad this show is.
It is a very sad show.
Like, incredible, but incredibly sad.
The whole thing is, the show is, every storyline has something sad, and it's just about how to move past it.
Yeah.
The whole show is really about processing grief and finding ways to succeed.
No kidding.
It's wild.
Wild. Anyway, thank you, Magic, for showing me how sad this show is. Next up, we've got Leaves from the Vine. This is a 2 CMC, 1 generic, 1 green for an enchantment saga. Those of you who don't know, Leaves from the Vine, just go YouTube Leaves from the Vine song and just cry, and then come back and watch the podcast.
I legitimately, every time when I rewatch Avatar, every time I see a sign, I legitimately cry. Every time. It's just so sad.
Yeah. So the saga steps are, number 1, mill 3 cards, then create a food token. Number 2, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. And then number 3, draw a card if there's a creature or lesson card in your graveyard. So pretty specific, requires some things for the 3rd step to be able to draw that card. At the end of the day, it's a 2 CMC saga. If you're playing a saga deck, it's a good way to draw a card. It's a good way to get some counters out. Not the greatest card, but we had to mention it because the artwork is incredibly beautiful. It's an incredibly sad moment. People knew it was coming.
Yeah. It's just good. And then if you go and look at there's parallels between the actor who played Iroh and the actual story of Leaves from the Vine.
Yeah.
Go look at that and then have a good cry.
Yeah, cry even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Brutal.
Moving on to some violence now.
Yeah, artifacts.
The Fire Nation drill is the first thing we're going to talk about.
Great.
This was wildly fun when it happened in the show.
Yeah.
It is a legendary artifact vehicle. It costs 4 CMC, 2 generic, and 2 black. It says First of all, it's a 6'3" vehicle
Yeah. Yeah. With crew 2.
with crew 2. It's pretty low to the ground.
Pretty low.
It's got trample. When the Fire Nation drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Really, really interesting because when we talk about the wall, we'll notice it's a power 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also got pay 1 generic. Doesn't need to tap or anything like that. Permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn.
That by itself is worth it.
The ability in this so far that we've seen to strip off protection
Yeah.
from things is nuts. I
Yeah.
would absolutely pay the 4 to have it out there and just spam the 1 every turn
Yeah.
to make sure that I can get whatever I want through.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's really, really, really good. And then a crew 2 for a 6'3".
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
I'm not
Two
mad about it.
1/1s into a 6/3, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you're good. Next up, we've got Walls of Ba Sing Se. This is an 8 generic mana cost card, 8 CMC, all of it generic, for a legendary artifact creature wall. It has Defender, and other permanents you control have Indestructible. So, the drill counters that Indestructible for your other
Yeah.
permanents. That by itself thematically is really cool.
It's incredible.
The wall, though, the wall is a 0/30. I think that's the biggest number I've ever seen printed in either a power or a toughness slot. Big butts decks, hello to your auto include, but thematically, very cool.
Yeah.
The walls of Ba Sing Se are huge, and they haven't been broken since Iroh broke them in like 100 years ago.
Yeah,
kind of
whenever
thing.
he did
And
it,
even
yeah.
then, he lost his son
Fine. Yeah.
doing it. So, that's, very cool. Very
Really,
cool.
really cool. Yeah. Moving on though to Waterbending Scroll, which is just an incredible card. I've been
Yeah.
excited for this card since it got spoiled. It's going in every blue deck, especially Niv, but
Yeah.
every blue deck.
Yeah,
I
it
have.
makes sense.
It's a not 2 generic. It is a 2 CMC, 1 generic, 1 blue for an artifact. It says pay 6 generic, tap, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each island you control.
Yeah.
Notably, not a basic island, just any
Island,
island. So
yeah.
the named duels
Yeah.
and tries,
Shocklands and Triomes and all of that.
that all count. In theory, you could get down to paying 0 for the activation cost and just be free card draw every turn.
Every turn. And if you have a way to untap artifacts, i.e. one of the other water bending synergy pieces that we've seen so far,
Mhm.
you could be drawing multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Very easily drawing multiple cards. Yeah. Next up, we've got Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. So this is kind of a cool piece. This was in the hidden library under the desert.
Yes,
right?
the desert library with the big owl guy.
Yeah,
the,
big
the
owl. I like
homicidal
big-
owl.
Yeah, homicidal owl. Did he get a card?
He got 2, maybe 3.
I
We
like him.
we
We
didn't-
didn't go over those
we didn't
cards.
go over it.
I'm
There
gonna
wasn't
look at them
space,
later.
but yeah.
Is what it is. Anyway, this is a 6 generic for a legendary artifact that has pay 1, tap for scry 2. The cool part about this card, though, is whenever you scry or surveil, so either one, look at the top card of your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Do this only once each turn. For any scry deck.
We have a member of the community who just built an Elminster deck where all he wants to do is scry. That's the only thing. This is incredible for that. It should go right in.
Absolutely. Mana cheating off the top of your deck. It doesn't matter what you scry. You just get to mana cheat it out. And if you don't like it, you're scrying 2 here. So you can put the first one
You
to the
can be
bottom
like, "Whoop."
and see what the second one is.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. It just really good. Thematically fits.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Because, they use this to divine what Sozin's Comet was. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Or was this the day of Black Sun?
I think it was the solstice is when.
I think this was them finding the solstice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The day of Black Sun, as you would call it.
Yes.
But either way, cool thematic piece for sure.
Yeah. Next up, White Lotus Tile. I have been screaming from the top of the roofs since this one got out. I've been telling everybody you need to get yourself one of these.
Yeah.
Because this is just incredible. It's a 4 CMC artifact. It says this artifact can just tapped. Great, fine. Makes sense because what follows up is tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common.
And I mean, realistically, any tribal deck, this fits.
Every tribal deck.
Every tribal deck.
It should be in everything.
Doesn't matter if you're playing an elf ball, doesn't matter if you're playing angels, doesn't matter if you're playing demons or zombies or whatever, squirrels, cats, whatever you're playing.
Everything.
This is fantastic.
The one tricky thing about this card, this is the only thing, will be getting a hold of it because it's a mythic rare.
Yeah.
So it's not printed that often.
Yeah.
And likely this will be the only set that it gets printed in. So getting a hold of one of these will be quite difficult. But if you do, my goodness.
It'll probably be quite expensive too. Once the dust settles on this set, I expect it'll be one of the more expensive cards out of here.
I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Next up, we're moving into some lands. This is where we're going to finish off with this episode, boys and girls. So the first land we've got here is the Rumble Arena.
Home of the Boulder.
The Boulder. All right. This is a land, plain and simple, except not really, because this land has vigilance. And why would a land have vigilance? That doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, earthbending is a thing. You can swing this land, do damage, and then still tap it for mana after you've done combat damage.
Yep.
Great. Love
Fantastic.
it. It also says when this land enters Scry 1, which is handy dandy, it is a tap for a generic mana, or you can pay 1 and add a mana of any color. So it's great filtering, great combat potential, great to play around with shenanigans on end steps and stuff like that. However you want to do it, it's just a good card.
Yeah. And next up, I'm very excited I got this card because
Secret Tunnel!
it's so
I
good.
stole it from
you
I'm
did.
sorry.
You did steal it. That's fine. The next card is Secret Tunnel. I'm going to do the flavor text first because it's the best part of this card, not going to lie. The flavor text is, I forget the next couple lines, but then it goes, Secret Tunnel, Secret Tunnel. If you don't know the song, go look it up. It'll be stuck in your head for months.
Actually, probably for the rest of your life.
It'll always be there.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're actually going to be driving, through a lovely mountain pass, and there's going to be a tunnel, and you're going to have it instantly pop into your head. Secret Tunnel.
Secret Tunnel is a cave, which I should mention.
Yep, makes sense.
Text on Secret Tunnel says this land can't be blocked. Really fun for earthbending.
Yeah. You can't be blocked on a land. Okay.
It's I'm not sure thematically it fits, but for earthbending, it's fun.
Yeah.
It also has tap for 1 colorless mana,
Mhm.
and then pay 4 generic, tap 2 target creatures you control that share a creature type can't be blocked this turn.
Yeah.
That
is thematically
fits.
very cool.
Yeah.
Secret Tunnel, aka the Tunnel of Love, makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
whole song is about 2 lovers using it to meet up, and they can't be stopped.
2 lovers.
Really great.
All right, last card for the day, nerds and nerdlings. We've got White Lotus Hideout. This is another land that has tap to add 1 generic, or you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a Lesson or Shrine spell. So once again, Shrine support, Lesson support, really good card in there. Or you can spend 1 to tap it to add a mana of any color for anything. So really great filtering, really good, not necessarily filtering, but access to being able to cast your lessons and your shrine spells. Just a good land overall.
This is what I think versatility on a land card looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can do everything. It does its specific things that it likes. It does its generic things that it likes. It filters so you can play it in anything. It's just a great versatile card.
Absolutely. Plus, again, thematically, it's nice because the White Lotus is there to help guide society towards enlightenment if you will.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's lessons and shrines specifically, that it doesn't need the extra cost to use, I think that's thematically kind of cool too.
The filtering actually fits that same thing now that you bring it up, because it's not a single tribe that
Mhm.
it's all benders that
Yeah.
are a part of the
Yeah,
and even
totally.
non-benders as well, but it's built of people from all nations, and so the ability to filter and get whatever color you need
Yeah.
out of it, I think again fits that same
Yeah,
idea of
very cool.
theme.
Yeah, very cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very long ride. If you stuck through us through both of these episodes, I know it's been a lot, but this is such an exciting set.
Yeah.
Really, really cool cards coming out, and very excited for it.
Yeah, this has been, even as we kind of go through the pre-release right now and we're touching on cards, the whole thing has been really exciting in terms of a UB.
Yeah.
This has really slammed it out of the park, especially with some kind of shortcomings that they've recently had.
Yeah, they knocked this one out very well.
It's fantastic. I guess with that, guys, just make sure, keep the deck about you, the game all about the game. I'll see you next time.
Have a good night, guys.